Hello, my name's Katie Proud and I work at Tullie House Museum in Carlisle. Tullie House Museum and Art Gallery Trust is a charity and it's run by a board of trustees to manage and care for the collection and run the museum service. The collection and the buildings that make up the site are owned by Carlisle City Council. My job title is Head of Finance and Resources, which isn't particularly great as it doesn't actually tell you what it is that I do. My role means that I have responsibility for finance, payroll, HR, IT, health and safety, estate management, catering and commercial events. Understandably, the natural and easiest route into accountancy or finance is by going to university. There you'll get a recognised degree and you'll have a great stepping stone into industry. There are many routes that this could take you, from going into accountancy practice to working in financial services such as markets and banking, or working for a business or company or a charity, all of which require a finance function. So I completed my A-levels and I had university places lined up, incidentally not for accountancy, but that's another story. However, I decided I wanted to defer my places for a year and get some work experience. So I guess 20 years later, I'm still getting my work experience. I went to work for a small business as an office junior. I did the filing, I made the tea, I did the photocopying, I did data input. But every month the accountants would come down from the head office and do the month-end process and would talk me through everything that he was doing. And I was fascinated to understand the whole business process, from receiving orders to projecting profit and setting budgets and allocating overhead costs. From him, I learned how to run a business, and I was there for 3 years and I left as office manager. And I still look back and I'm grateful for the experience that he gave me. I still draw on that experience that I had there. So I didn't have 3 years at university, but I did gain 3 years of on-the-job practical training in business studies, finance, accountancy, payroll, HR, IT, contract negotiation, and just general business administration. So I did realise it was the finance side of things that particularly interested me. I like numbers, they're either right or wrong, they balance or they don't. And I think I'm quite a naturally analytical person. I have a good eye for detail. I think it's as much about the process as the result. So your personality has to fit. To get where I am now, I've had to be comfortable with change, adapting to new ways of working as required, but also I've been really fortunate. I've been at Tullie House for 16 years. I joined as finance and administrative officer when the museum was still run by the city council, and I've worked my way up. I think I've had 5 different job titles. I've sat at 7 different desks and had 3 different bosses. I did my AAT, that's the Association of Accounting Technicians qualification, and I also have an ILM qualification, but mostly I'm qualified by experience to do the role that I currently fulfil. You will see on other jobs advertised from Tullie House that we accept a significant level of relevant experience, and that's because I know from my own career route and the experience I have in recruitment of staff that knowledge and experience is golden. A qualification is a bonus because it demonstrates that an individual has theoretical knowledge that only comes from the study of a topic. However, I would never discount someone who can clearly demonstrate their experience. But of course, it takes time to build up such significant experience, probably more than the 3 years spent at university. But university isn't for everyone, and it wasn't for me. So I enjoy being in and learning from the workplace. I'm grateful for the contacts and the experience that I have. I'm particularly grateful not to have had to pay off a student debt. If you're interested in finance, business administration, payroll, HR, etc., these core business functions, but don't fancy university, don't be scared to start at the bottom. Use your time wisely. If you're fortunate to work in a larger organisation, ask for a bit of work experience, shadowing different departments, just to increase your knowledge further. Attitude is key. Be flexible, positive, polite, helpful. It takes effort for someone to show you how to do something, so make it worth their while by simply being enthusiastic and grateful. And finally, I know, if university isn't for you, my best advice, if you're really lucky, is to get a part-time job. But I know that's so difficult at the moment. So the alternative is to do some volunteering. You have no idea how much it leaps off the page of a job application form if a candidate, if they haven't got a huge amount of experience in a particular field, but they have been an active volunteer. It shows that you're a more rounded person. I think sports clubs, scouts, young farmers, just anything that you've been involved in, it shows that you've got drive, determination, self-discipline, and that you're resourceful. So that would be my takeaway piece of advice.